What is going on, everybody on YouTube? Max Rock here with a brand new video, and today we're going to be looking at the LG Tribute Dynasty after a bunch of months. So I've had this phone for quite a while now, and I just wanted to bring it back and show it some love here on the channel. The LG Tribute Dynasty here is a really good phone, really good for the money if you ask me, based on the specs that you get. On the rear of the device here, you get an 8 megapixel camera with an LED flash. You can see you get your power button as well. You also get an LG logo here on the bottom with the speaker cut out on the back because the speaker is on the back of the phone. Or you can see that you get a 5 megapixel camera in the front. The screen itself is 720p. If we go over to the right side of the phone, you can see that you get your volume up and down keys. Well, there you go, you can see it now. On the bottom of the phone here, you get a micro USB charging port, you get your headphone jack, and you also get a microphone. As far as internals here, you get a MediaTek processor inside. Let me go ahead and pull up CPU-Z to tell you the exact number. It's a 6750. It's clocked at 1.51 gigahertz. It's an octa-core. You get 2 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of internal storage, and the GPU is the Mali T860. And as far as the software version, you're going to be running 7.1.2. As far as the phone here itself, performance and whatnot, it's still really good. It's an octa-core phone. It's going to be pretty fast. And I got this phone for the price of $60 at Best Buy. It was on sale one day. And based on what you're getting from the phone, it's absolutely worth it. I believe the battery is 2,500 milliamp hours. 2,500 milliamp hours. Performance on the phone is really, really good. It's just one of the downfalls about the phone, I gotta be honest here, is that the screen itself isn't the brightest. So when you're out in daylight, you probably ain't gonna have the best viewing angles. It's gonna be really dim in sunlight. So if you are a person that uses your phone in the sun a lot, I gotta be honest with you here, this is not gonna be the phone for you. You do have that octa-core CPU in there, and you got 16 gigs of internal storage, and it's a pretty snappy phone. And you get a couple of different options as far as how you want your home layout to look. You get the option where, if you know LG phones, where you don't get the app drawer, everything is all in you know, in the home screens here. You get different home screens for the applications, similar to how iOS is set up. And if you would like to, you can get the app drawer here. But one of my favorite things about this phone here is the cameras. I'll go as far as saying these cameras were better than the Stylo 1 and Stylo 2, which had, I believe, 13 megapixel cameras in the back. And I'll go as far, it would be just as good, if not the same, as the camera on the LG Stylo 3 Plus. Speaker playback, music playback here is not the best. It's on the back of the phone. I already don't like that, so it's already like taking an L there for me. The battery life on this phone isn't the best. It's 2,500 milliamp hour battery, and the screen itself is only 720p. But the thing is that being that it has an octa-core chipset and the battery itself is pretty small, it does tend to get overheated. Like when you're doing like, let's say you have 20 apps that need to be updated, and when you get ready to update these phones here, or update the applications on the phone, what happens is the phone itself gets really, really hot. So if you are a person who doesn't like your phone to overheat or get really hot, that's something that you got to keep in mind here. Sometimes when you turn the phone on and you got it off for a couple of days, which is not a situation that a lot of people will go through, because I got so many phones and I don't like to leave them on when I'm not using them. So when I turn the phone on here, that's when it starts to overheat as well. All the notifications and whatnot, and it really starts to overheat. So what you'll notice is when it comes to the phone being demanded of a lot, like when you demand a lot from the phone, that's when it starts to overheat. But overall, this phone is still pretty good, and I feel like for the price that I paid, it's better than, you know, what's expected. As far as the cameras being good, it having a 720p display. Charge time isn't the best either, but it's not a quick charge phone, and it has a pretty small battery, so you know, what can you really expect? But the cameras are really good, both front and back. You can add a micro SD card in here for expandable memory. You get a headphone jack, which is a big deal these days. Only downside is that the CPU can get over, you know, if overused, it'll get pretty hot, basically overheat. And the speakers on the back. As far as, you know, hardware goes, that's something you should be concerned about there. But if you guys have any other questions, let me know in the comments. But yeah, like the video if you haven't liked it already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. And if you do decide to subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell so that anytime a video goes public on the channel, you'll be notified immediately. But until then, my name is Max Rock. Thank you for watching the video. See you next time. Deuces.